Kept getting better and better. Um, I had such a good time on the show because, like, if you guys don't know, it's a show called Boy Band ABC that I was on this summer that I won Flex. And, like, that show, like, they treated us so well. They let me, they were just, like, the producers, everyone was so good to me. And, like, at the end when things were getting tough for me because there was an issue with the eyes closed rap. And I'm just going to talk about this. I think this might be one of the last times I touch on this, but I'm going to let you guys know the full story. So we get the song, the single for the final band during the top 11 of Boy Band. So all of us are sitting in this table with this dude Justin Tranter, credible writer. He wrote "Sorry" for Justin Bieber, and he's playing the song, right? And it gets to this one part in the bridge, and the beat dropped on it. And I was like, okay, so the first line is, "Holy smokes, I'm lucky." And I was like, yo. I was just like sitting there. I was like, wow. So they wrote a rap for me, and the first line is, "Holy smokes, I'm lucky." And I was like, dude, I was mad, dude. I was so mad. And I was like, really questioning, like, I was really questioning if it would be worth it to, like, be in the final band, right? And I was worried because I thought that I would just be given these written raps. And so I was like, yo, I don't know what to do. I talked to Timbaland for advice because I was really emotional that week over it because I had written my own, and we actually went into the studio to record it during the top 8. So everybody recorded eyes closed, like Marcus, Jaden, Mikey, everybody. And yeah, so we recorded it, and at first I didn't want to record their version. I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. So I did my own version, and that's the version that I usually perform, recording that. And so he was like, well, just do one this and one the other one. Like, do yours and then do the other one. And I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I was like, I'm doing my own. And I was mad. And I was talking to one of the producers, Joel, and he was like, listen, dude, it's going to be all right. We're going to fight for you to have your own verse, and we're going to make sure that you have, like, your say. So I was like, all right, I'll just do it. And I did it, and I got the news a couple days later that they weren't allowed to use my version. So I was like, I was so bummed out. I was super emotional. I, like, broke down to Adam Blackstone. I was like, yo, dude, they're going to try to change me, man. And they're going to change me. They're going to turn me into something I'm not. And we had this meeting with the producers before the finale, and it was like they asked me if I had any concerns, and I was like, I don't know if this is going to be for me. I don't know if this is something that is worth it, if I'm just going to be like a puppet. And they were like, well, what do you mean? I was like, not do this. And I mean, trust me, like, it's not the producer's fault at all. Like, the producers, everyone on that show, like I said, was like amazing. They did everything they could, and they were like, and by this time the band was already decided, so they knew who was in the band, so they knew I was in, but I didn't know. And I was like, listen, I was not into it. I was like, yo, I'm not gonna compromise myself to be something like that I'm not. So then I was like, I went, and they were like, are you gonna be able to perform the song if you win? And I was like, at this point, I really don't. I don't think so. And they were like, well, if it comes to this, we can set up a time at the beginning of the finale where you can basically tell everyone this experience has been amazing, but no matter what happens, I'm not going to be joining this boy band. Whew, that's heavy. And I was like, I don't know if I can do that. I don't want to let people down. I have fans who want to see me in this band, and my family and my sisters and everyone, my friends, to think about. Like, this is like a big deal. And so it came time, and one of the producers called me, and I was like, I talked to her. She was like, because I realized it wasn't really, there was other people involved. Like, if I didn't do it, if I wasn't in the band, if I was in the band and I chose not to be, there would be a problem, because it would look bad on the producers. And like I said, they were so good to me through the whole show. They fought for me, and I was like, I need to like put myself aside for this show, because this show has changed my life. And I was like, no matter what happens, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna kill it. Like, if I'm in this band, if I make this band, I'm going to kill it for this show. And I talked to Timbaland about it, and he was like, dude, if you make this band, you are going to have to fight for yourself, and you're gonna have to let people know who Michael Conor is, and never compromise your art or your integrity. And he gave a good example. He was like, Drake was on Degrassi. He did stuff that he didn't necessarily want to do, and but look at where he is now. And I was like, so yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. It's just one song. It's going to get lost in the mix. We're releasing another song soon, our next single. And, yeah, so came time of the finale. And, I mean, I won, and it was crazy. And I knew the performance was coming up. And I was looking at Timbaland during the verse, and I was just doing it, and he like gave me this look, because he knew. He was like, yo, it's not his favorite thing, but he's killing it, and he's doing it for the right reasons. And to be honest, it put things into perspective for me, because now I don't see it as demeaning to my character as much as doing it for, like, when I do that verse for TV or for whatever performance. But from now on, we're all good, and I'm writing all my stuff. You guys saw my TRL freestyle. I did the Zach Sang freestyle, which was really fun. And yeah, so moral of the story, if there's ever something that you really don't want to do, just think about, like, the way it benefits the people around you, instead of sometimes it's really easy to just like think about yourself and get trapped in your own head, but put egos aside and just go with it. And am I saying I don't like the song? No, I'm not saying I don't like the song. I think the song is great. And I'm so glad that we put it out and it did work. As a writer, was like questioned. And I had written all my raps on the show, every single one. And so I was like, why, like, if I make this band, I should be writing my own raps. Like, it's just like common sense. Like, if you have this rapper, how are you gonna have someone else write it for him? Like, isn't the whole point of like a rapper being in a band like to add something new? And if you just give him a verse, that's not really adding something new. That doesn't allow me to bring in my own element. And so that was my whole thing. It was like, the song's fine, but they were like, it was this whole legal thing, guys. Because, like, here's the thing. There's nothing I could do about it. Even if they wanted me to, I couldn't do it because I hadn't made the band yet. We were in top 11. I hadn't made the band. So they were like, oh, this kid hasn't even made it, and he already wants to write a verse. But, like, we can't do that anyways because then we'd have to give him a percentage, and he's still a contestant on the show. And that's playing favorites, basically. It's like this whole legal thing. And so there was no way I could do it. And I was like, I don't know. It was hard to, like, come to terms with that. But get back to the point, I am not saying that Eyes Closed is a bad song. It was a chapter in my life where I felt scared that things weren't going to turn out well, but it worked out perfectly, and we're making amazing music right now, and we're on the victory lap right now, so everything's great. Where are you from? I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, a little place called Shaker Heights. I'm going to be back in Cleveland. Oh. But yeah, that's that. Anybody else have questions? It's so weird having my hair this short. I don't really like it that much. It's cool, I guess. Who is this kid? Anybody? Yo, what's up, Calvin? So, I'm basically this kid who I was like nobody. I was fired from like a bunch of jobs, and I was bussing tables and stuff. And I got an opportunity to be on the show called Boy Band out of nowhere, out of an Instagram DM. And I was doing really well on the show, and I won the show, and it changed my life. And since then, I've been super blessed to be meeting all these new artists. One of my idols, Logic, reached out to me, and he's someone who I've looked up to my whole life, and someone who is like, just like a bunch of people have been reaching out and showing love. And I'm in this band, In Real Life. You should check out our music. And yeah. How did you always get fired? It's in Woodmere. If you guys are from Cleveland in Shaker Heights, you know where that is. And basically, there's this dude. His name's Kevin, and he's my manager, and he's evil man. And I basically would wear these black undershirts under my work shirt. And he came up to me one day. He was like, He's like, you know you're not allowed to wear undershirts, let you go. So he fired me because of my undershirt, and I was like, all right, whatever. I worked at this pizza place, and what's it called? I worked at this pizza place, and I got fired, like, not even after I was done training, because I had this opportunity to do this violin thing for XXL magazine, and it interfered with my work schedule. So I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. I was like, I'm not doing work. So I skipped it to do that, and my boss called me the next day and was like, yeah, sorry, you're gone. And then a week later, I got an Instagram DM for boy band, so it all worked out. I need to post a picture on Instagram, man. I have literally no material, and we've been so busy. But yeah, if you guys don't know who I am, I'm gonna end this live. Pretty soon. But if you don't know who, you can look at the show Boy Band on Hulu. You can watch some of my music videos if you search Michael Conor on YouTube or on Google. And yeah, this has been super fun. Go follow BMOC Shop. Let's get it to 1,000 followers. And yeah, so I'm gonna peace out.